Modern technologies, mate, eh?
When it works,
yes, it's good. It's good, but when it doesn't, never mind. We're on there now.
Yep.
What would you like to know?
Tell me about your project.
Well, we've got 19,500 square acres. It's got a river running right through the whole property. There's 9 lagoons, which are spring-fed. There's a waterfall running in the season, absolutely picturesque. Heaps of trees. There's brumbies running on there, and we've got 15,000 donkeys, 13,000 jennies in foal, and 2,000 jacks. We own the property alongside it as well, which we're keeping on there. We'll be building a brand new abattoirs up there to process all the donkeys. So we'll put in writing for 25 years to purchase all the young jacks and jennies off the investor. So there's no commission on sales or transporting like that. So we organise all that and come straight off the investor's block to the abattoirs. And they'll be processed and go through there. Airport's just down the road here in Cairns. Very picturesque area up here in North Queensland. I don't know if you're aware of Australia at all much.
A little bit.
Yeah, okay. North Queensland. We've got the gold mine in the centre of the station. It was panned by the Chinese back in 1920, 1925, only with pans. So there's a major big mountain of material sitting there waiting to be just gone through. I've had people come up from Melbourne. They're telling me there's $200 to $600 million worth of gold there. It's like 3 cards in the air, Brian, and what lands land. It's one of those sort of jobs. It's just got a lot of potential. There's a lot of trees on the place, so the government are actually paying for the fresh air. We get a government grant with all the trees. There's a lot of different nuts on there for bushwalkers. Tourism's a big way up here. I've got an Aberdeen stagecoach imported from Alberta, so that would go great out there for trail riding and romantic rides at night, with campfires. Tourism's just huge. We get a lot of people from China, all around the world. Even Americans might come over here.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But no, it's a really big way.
Mm-hmm. So how much money are you looking for, and what's your plan?
The plan is we've got 50 million on the property itself, 19,500 acres, and the donkeys are 21,500,000. The plan then is once that all goes ahead, we'll be building a brand new abattoir, as I said, on the adjoining property, and then we're setting up 5 dairy farms to do all the milking of donkeys. I don't know if you're aware of all the donkey milk. It's just huge. It's never been done before, ever. Donkey milk helps with, it's a close thing to breast milk for the latest breast milk. It helps with infants because it's very digestible. Cancers, strokes, skin infection. We all should be drinking it. We shouldn't be drinking cow's milk. I can't wait to start drinking it. I lack iron in my white blood cells, so it's great for iron. It's just going to be groundbreaking, this milk, which we'll be setting up dairy farms for that. So there'll be another 15,000 donkeys on that. So all the jennies we purchase off this property will be going into the dairy, and the jacks will be processed in for meat. The donkey hide, I don't know if you're aware of ELJIO at all. It's the donkey fat. It's used for bad period pain for ladies. I mean, no lady should go through childbirth every month with a bad period. This red capsule helps with that process. It helps with Viagra. They make Viagra for men. It helps creams for ladies' faces. It's a very, very spread out sort of project. So, yeah. It's 5 stages. It's a major stage, never been done before. We're going to purchase another 12 trucks to do all the transport. Also, we've got all the transport in-house. So a lot of problems up in the bigger stations up here is we can get the stock in the yards, and you might wait for a couple of weeks for transport. Well, donkeys don't do well in yards. They can perish, you could lose them, and cost the feed. So we'll have the trucks on in-house, and we'll have a finger on the pulse the whole time. So the donkeys we buy off the station will be paid once it leaves the station. And we just lost you, I think. There you go.
I'm back.
Your big smile came back.
Yeah. Somebody decided to call.
Yeah, had a good time. But yeah, it's huge. It's never been done before. So we're going to have all female drivers, which we've got organised over here. We're going to have female stock women because they're much gentler than the stock. We don't need muscle. We need brain, and the women got the brain. We're a bit quicker than us guys. So yeah, but it's exciting. You know, it's never been done before. We're going to change the world with the milk. Donkey cheese. We've got a lot of big tennis players that are buying the donkey cheese for it. It helps for a clearer mind, energy. It's a groundbreaking experience when we get going. But just getting off the ground now. And the first stage is setting this the station here up. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can you give me 1 second?
Yes.
With the delay, I've got someone who's anxious at the minute.
I'll leave it.
There we go. That's working.
There you
go. Okay. So 21,500,000 for. Now, do you already own the property and the
Yes.
and thing, or okay? And do you own the donkeys that are on
Yes.
the property?
Yes.
You own everything right now,
Yes.
and you're looking for money basically to develop the dairy farm.
Exactly.
Okay, and that's 21 million bucks.
For the donkeys.
Divide that by 5 dairies. That gives you about 4-something million a dairy.
Yeah.
The
donkeys, Brian, the figures I've come up with, I'll pay the donkeys off in 3 years. That's a pretty good return for what it is. I'll send all the information over to you. But they can be paid off in 3 years, and you'll still own the original 15,000 donkeys and another 13,000 young jennies, because keep all your jennies for the first dropping, the first 12 months, and they'll cycle, and then you put them back in for 18 months. So that will create, so in the end of the 3-year period, you'll have the 21,500,000 paid off, and you'll also have 28 million donkeys on the ground owned.
Okay, and so is the 21 million bucks, that's going to get repaid from selling donkey milk and other.
No. We'll buy all the young donkeys back off you, all the young jacks and jennies. So all you do is breed the young stock, and we'll purchase them back off you. They'll be paid at the gate, where normally you pay over here. You wait till a fortnight to 6 weeks for your money. We'll pay on the removal of the donkey, and they'll be paid out. That 21,500,000 will be paid out in 3 years by doing that, breeding the young stock.
Okay, so what I would be doing then would be buying the donkeys from you.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I buy the young stock back off you, and I'll process the jacks for export, and the young jennies we will keep and breed on for the dairy.
Okay, so
we've got to give you a cash flow. You've got to get a return for your investment.
Yeah. So now, what about the operating costs? If I buy all the donkeys,
yes,
and you're going to be building the dairy farms, and you're going to be managing the whole process.
Yes, the dairy farms will be a separate identity to this, because we'll be just this is like the breeding program on the 19,500 acres on this one station. So that's a breeding program. So we'll purchase all the young stock from you, and then we'll have to sit on them for about 2 years before we get a return. But we'll purchase that from you. So once for every 5 or 6 months, we'll pull them off you. We can help set a manager up there. There'll be a brand new 3-bedroom house on the property as well. The airport's just down the road, 40 minutes probably for a drive from the airport in Cairns to the property. And then we'll just keep buying stock off you all year round, because the Jenny will go 9 to 11 months until she falls down. The reason being that she'll contain the baby in her stomach until, if there's enough feed around, where a horse will have a foal, bang, spit out 11 months, 11 days. A Jenny will, plenty of feed around, she'll give birth that foal 9 months. But if there's no feed, she'll contain that foal for 11 and a half months while the feed comes through, and she knows then she can feed that foal. Very, very intelligent animal, Brian. Nothing like a horse at all. Much smarter than man. You've got to use your brain with donkeys. You're just a very, very intelligent animal.
Okay. And so, if we're buying the donkeys from you, what are you going to be using the $21 million for?
That will go back into the transport and setting up the dairy farms.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm somewhat taking the donkeys as collateral for.
Yes. Well, you're buying them; they're yours. You're buying them and the station. And you're just doing the breeding program of it. And we just buy the young stock back off you.
Okay. And do you have some kind of a document that goes into more of the detail on how all this is going to work?
We can do all that, but it's never been done. It's groundbreaking. It's all new. We're just breeding them at the moment. Well, we haven't done the process side of things now, so that's our next stage. We're starting to process them and then setting up. So it's never been done before, the dairy in Australia, ever. There's nowhere in the world doing the dairy, not the scale we'll be doing. We're going to set up another 15,000 jennies just to milk alone. Each jenny will have 1 litre of milk per day, but it's it's not the quantity, but it's the quality of the milk.
Yeah, because I know nothing about donkey milk except for what I just Googled.
Yes,
5 minutes
a lot of
ago.
people don't.
I understand that there's some benefits, but need some more research.
Yes,
and also want to get a better handle on the costs of developing it and how the return is going to come about.
Yeah. With the donkey milk, we're looking at probably just the milk alone, probably 250 million a year return, less cost, of course. That's where we're going to do cheese as well. But that's the next stage. That's why it's in 5 stages. The main stage is stage 1. I don't know how far you want to be involved with. Whether you just want to be involved in the breeding of this and process the meat. We're willing to put it in writing for 25 years. So we buy back every donkey you produce.
Okay, so the stage 1 is I buy the donkeys, the males
in the station, yeah.
And then as they breed and have babies,
yes,
they buy the babies
back off you.
Back off of me.
Yeah, and we will run them on. They've got to be about 200 kilo, the jacks, to be processed. So they could go, 18 months, 2 years. So we'll sit on them for that time. We'll set them up another station. The jennies then will be handled because they'll be used for the dairy as we go, because the dairy then will grow. The dairy's another stage down the road. It's going to take a while to get it up and running, and 12 months. Same as abattoirs. Once we get this done, our adjoining property to this station, we will set up a brand new abattoirs, which will be 10 million plus, and that's where all the processing is done. We've got all the transport covered, so we'll have the transport from there down to Cairns Airport, and it'll be flown to Shanghai.
And so then I would then own all the milk, the dairy products that come off, and the meat and the hides and all that kind of stuff.
No, you'll own just the 19,500 acres and the 15,000 donkeys. The meat side of it. It depends if you wish to go further, but just that offer we've put on the table is the 19,500 acres with the gold mine, which is a high return, and I don't know if you know much about the gold at all. There's 6 gold mines up here as well, doing very well. There's close to our properties. They are getting gold.
If you could give me some more information on the gold mine, that would help too, because my background is the mining business, so I'm very familiar with that.
Good. As you can appreciate, I can't tap on the door and say, "Can I get some figures? Can you tell me how much you're making?" They're not going to do that. But it's good you'll know a lot more than I.
No, I just need the technical details, and I can go from there.
Good.
So I'd like to get some more information, and unfortunately, the delay, the technical glitch, I'm on a little bit of a short fuse at the moment.
Yep.
So we can pick up the conversation again, and if I could get some more information on the plan as far as what stage 1 is and
Yes.
how to get back, and then some technical details on the existing mine, that would help me out a lot.
Yep, no problem. Yep. You can see the old buildings there back in the 1920s. I mean, the huts are still there, but they were all done by hand. So, as you would know, panning is a lot different today to walk in with a bit of machinery and the experts tell me, I know nothing about gold, but they say, look, they sell gold mines around the world, and they said it could be $200 to $600 million worth of gold. I mean, it's chuck a pack of cards in the air, and whatever lands. So I suppose that's the exciting part, Brian, about the gold,
Yeah, and if you could tell me if you can give me an approximate location of that area, then I can go or tell me which gold mines are kind of in the neighborhood.
Yep, no problem.
And that'll help me out quite a bit as well.
Yep, there's 6 of them in Queensland here now, so yeah. Yeah, no, we can do that. No problem at all.
Okay, very good.
Righty, good to meet you.
Thank you much for your patience and hanging in there.
Fine. Good things come to those who wait, mate.
Yep, there you go.
Righto. Thanks,
Cheers.
Brian. Good to meet you.
Yep, thank you.
See you, matey. Ta-da, bye.
Bye-bye.